Good day, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I've been away for a couple of weeks, or away for a couple of years. I've been busy for a couple of weeks, but yeah, let's just call it what it is. I'm not missed at this time, and that's not a big problem, of course. The last couple of weeks, we've been going sideways, and we've been supported by the 19.2 K area, which yeah, we had a little relief rally, but yeah, it wasn't nothing newsworthy about that, of course, but I do believe that there are some things about to change in the imminent short term. And I want to go over that with you guys, of course. So if you appreciate what I do for you in making this content and helping you try to make money in this bear market conditions, then please leave a like for the algorithm of YouTube. And yeah, tell your friends all about the videos I make if you like the content. So let's not wait any longer, and I'll show you what I've prepared for you guys today. So we saw this descending channel, this descending wedge, falling wedge, which we broke out to the downside, but we've been supported by the 19.2, and we haven't broken the weekly time frame below that, so that doesn't concern me at all. If we look at the MACD right here, you can see that yeah, we're basically forming a lower or higher low structures like this, and you can see momentum is going up here again, which doesn't mean that we wouldn't drop down there, of course, but yeah, you can see that the selling pressure of the bears is decreasing, which yeah, leads me to believe that we're not that far away from a bottom, in my opinion, based on technical analysis, of course. So what you could see is that yeah, during all these weeks from yeah, we've measured it from right here. That was in May of 21. We can see decreasing strong selling pressure from the bears, and that was right here. But you could see that we've been in these waves, and in these waves you can see selling pressure building up, and like you can see right here is where the turning point is, and we starting to go up again, but then we dropped again. So what we want to see is that we yeah, go up in a matter of time. But the fact is that we are probably likely to go sideways for a long period of time, for at least a year and a half, in my opinion. So based on the technicals, it is interesting to see that selling pressure is lessening, and that it is interesting to see that for the coming weeks ahead of us. Let's go into the daily pattern, because yeah, this falling wedge is the same pattern as we show you on the weekly chart. And if we zoom in right here, then you can see that we were looking at this horizontal triangle, which we broke out, we traded. I was in a 50% profit or somewhat like that, but then we retested and it got stopped out, but with no loss. But yeah, it got stopped. It was my first trade in a couple of weeks, and it got stopped out. I will not unless I have the time to really scalp trade on the hourly basis, then I will not trade it again unless I see something significant. So I'll really keep you up to date with that, of course. But the only way traders make money right now is by scalp trading the market, and scalp trading is like only for in a trade for 10, 50, 20 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, 4 hours, whatever, but just scalping the market and scalping it up and down, the movement up and down. They usually use the 4 hour or the 1 hour or even lesser time frames in order to do scalp trading. And that's not what I have time for right now. So yeah, if we look at this, we could very possibly see an M pattern unfolding right here, which is interesting because that could lead us to another drop. And let's see what the technical analysis would say about that. That would take us to the 15 or 16.1K. That is a possibility. I'll remove this immediately because it also is a possibility that we go up again and then make this a W pattern. So W's and M's are very interesting in trading patterns. But yeah, we have to see some confluence and a breakthrough with a retest, and then you can trade that. That is interesting, but I'm not seeing that right now unless we see a very significant drop below the 19.2 on the daily and a retest which doesn't hold and then drop down. That is a nice shorting opportunity possibly, but it will take another couple of days before we can even see if that is a possibility. So that's it on the daily time frame. Let's go over into the 4 hourly, which you can see is that we had some downward sloping resistance line and upward sloping support. We broke out of it. We traded it. I told you in the Discord channel as well. We traded it. It was approximately 50% in profit with a 10x leverage. It was a little, maybe even a little more, but yeah, whatever. And I put my stop loss in profit at a certain point, and that was right here, somewhere 20.5-ish. And you could see it broke down, and yeah, basically if we zoom in right here, you could see that the first 4 hour candle, it acted as support, so previous resistance acted as support. Then it broke down, but then this upward sloping previous support line supported us again, and we could see a little bounce off of it right now. Here you can see that resemblance on the M pattern also. So it is something we should consider as a possible shorting position, but yeah, we have to wait and see about that. Just wanted to go over to something that is concerning me a little bit, which is the euro compared to US dollar. And you can see that you can see momentum is really shifting towards the US dollar compared to the euro, which isn't that great for the euro, of course. I'm in the Eurozone, so that's why this isn't necessarily a good thing unless you're going to the US and start shopping there, right? Every downside has a positive side, I guess, but this is also keeping us. This is very interesting because tomorrow the CPI reports are coming for the month of June, so the Consumer Price Index is coming out in the US, and which has caused some volatility in the market, which I expect tomorrow as well. And yeah, this is interesting because maybe the CPI results will be not as bad as we think it is because of the dollar gaining towards the euro, and you can see this in the dollar index as well. We saw a breakout out of this pattern. You can let me on a weekly, it was a W pattern. It looked like it was going to retest and maybe even fail to hold and drop back down, but here you can see that the dollar is rising, and that's also a counter thing for the Bitcoin price. You can always counter trade Bitcoin and the USD. So short the Bitcoin, long the USD or the dollar index, and vice versa, of course, which is interesting. So, but I am expecting some volatility tomorrow with the CPI results coming back, and yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. Um, Wall Street is asking for 10K Bitcoin. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but yeah, we're basically, I'm buying any chance I get below 20K, but I still have some reserves left to buy at even lower prices and then, yeah, buy aggressively. Like you can see, if you believe in Bitcoin and you believe in what it can do for the financial market of the whole world, then these are the times that you can make yourself very wealthy or very poor if it doesn't succeed. But I'm a true believer in Bitcoin, and this is the place where I'd like to buy as much as I can. And this 69 70K place is the place where I'd like to sell as much as I can. So I'm not saying that I will sell my Bitcoin at 68K, because the next bull run will most likely be a higher high than this 69K, of course. But yeah, I'm buying almost every day, trying to DCA or lower my average buying price every time I buy a little below 20K, and I'm reserving some cash to buy at even lower prices, which is something I'm doing, and you should do your own research, of course. And that's what I have to say, of course. But this is what I'm doing. I'm buying more and more, and try to lower my average buying price every, or is it even with a couple of dollars? It doesn't matter. So, well, that's it for today. The dollar index is strong. The euro is collapsing under the dollar, and the 19.2K is still holding, which is great, of course. So we have to be considerate that how many times it's being tested and bought up. It's going to get weaker and weaker, and buyers are going to lose interest in the 19.2K. Then it's very easy to drop lower. And that's why I'm saving some money aside to buy at even lower prices than this. But that's it for today, guys. Thanks so much. Hope you have a nice day. Talk to you soon. Bye.